Have you ever heard about Manga where Jackie Chan performed in the live action as the main character? Probably not. So that's why this is episode 16 of Manga with Josh, titled City Hunter. It came out back in 1985, the first chapter, and it's by Tsukasa Hojo. Guess what? It ran until 1991. 6 years, 35 volumes, 191 chapters. Only sold 50 million volumes. Josh, why are you bringing this to us? This isn't a hit. That's what you think. Let me give you what this series is. It's about a guy, Ryo Saeba. He's basically a sweeper. He's a private detective, bodyguard, hitman. He does it all. He's a fixer. You ever seen Ray Donovan? Think about that, but Japanese, and that's Ryo. So he's actually a great marksman. He's from the streets and a super pervert, which is a running gag in it. And he's constantly trying to pursue women. And it's about him and his private agency. He also has a partner who, unfortunately, I'm going to spoil it just so you know, he's only around for a little bit. And then his sister comes by to actually take over for her brother, Kaori Makimura. Her brother was Hideku. And she acts as Ryo's moral anchor. So she carries a 100-ton hammer and she uses it to punish Ryo whenever he does something sketchy or perverted. So it gradually evolves, into kind of will they, won't they, a little romance, things like that. And then you have Umibozu, who went under the name Falcon. He's a former mercenary and weapon expert, and he owns a cafe, yes, Cat's Eye Cafe. And he's one of the few characters that have like super backstory of him trying to kill Ryo, things like that. And he's also terrified of cats, which is funny. And you have another main character, Saeko Nogami. She's a Tokyo police detective and often hires the City Hunter agency to help out on certain difficult cases. And she manipulates Ryo, of course, because he's a pervert. And that's the main cast. So here's the thing. It sounds okay, 6 years. That's it? I know, man. And that's the thing. You would think that's it. So like I said, it stopped going in 1991. So, you know what? Usually they're put in the vault to forget about it. But in 2001, baby, we had Angel Heart. What is Angel Heart? Well, it's a spin-off of City Hunter, and the reason it's called Angel Heart is because Kaori unfortunately passes away, and her heart is transplanted into a young woman, and it basically, she lives on in that person, and she works with Ryo, and that one, unfortunately, didn't run that much, 2001 to 2010, 49 volumes. And you know what? You would think it'd stop there. But here we go now. Hirokara City Hunter. Started in 2017, still going. And this one is about a woman who's obsessed with City Hunter, the manga, of course, like me right now, talk about it. And she gets isekai. She dies and gets reborn in a different world. And it's in the world of City Hunter, which is just a crazy take on it. So, I know what you're saying now. Josh, what about anime? I don't read. So that's good, because City Hunter, the first anime, you heard it here, the first anime, ran from 1987 to 88. 51 episodes. Then they revamped it in 1988 to 1989, City Hunter 2. 63 episodes. Oh, man. Do you think it'll stop there? Nah, City Hunter 3, baby. 1989 to 1990. That's 13 more episodes right there. Then you know what? The next year, they're like, you know what? We need more of this guy. City Hunter 91. That's what it's called. 13 episodes. So that's 140 episodes right there. That is a solid body of work. And, you know, we could have films and specials, and you have City Hunter, The Secret Service, City Hunter, Goodbye My Sweetheart, and I don't know how to tell you this, but there was another one in 2019 called City Hunter Shinjuku Private Eyes. That's how relevant it is to this day. And if you caught last episode, I talked about when I was in Japan, I wanted to get this model kit of City Hunter, of his car, Ryo's car, and him, Kaori. And here's the thing, it was like a weekly drop, they told me. So it was the first piece. So I got there too early to get it. So that just tells you. And I said it early here. 1993, we have a live action adaptation called Just City Hunter. Directed by Wong Jing, starring Jackie Chan. Yes, Jackie Chan from the popular movies Rush Hour, Cannonball Run, The Drunken Master 2. I just felt like saying some of his things. But yes, Jackie Chan was real. And it actually includes, this is a little trivia, film actually includes a famous Street Fighter parody scene where Jackie Chan transforms into Chun-Li. Exactly. You're getting a Street Fighter parody inside of a City Hunter movie with Jackie Chan. So, this is one of the most defining action mangas of the 80s. So, the line work, I love the lines of the 80s. That's why I love older series, because they're more detailed, because they had to sell more volumes. And I feel like it helps this. And here's the thing about this. It helped define the Fitzer hero archetype, because you're mixing in him being like a detective, a bodyguard, and a vigilante. It blends the gritty crime stories with slapstick comedy and romance. And 50 million copies doesn't seem like a lot when you got One Piece and things like that, but this is the 80s. And that's the thing. So, this is just an additional fun fact for you. You ready for this? You ever read Slam Dunk with Sagaru Hanamichi? Or Vagabond? Well, their creator, Takahiko Inoue, worked as an assistant on this series. So City Hunter basically helped make those things happen too. And you know what that means. I'm not doing Slam Dunk next week. Got you there. But the ending theme, Get Wild, by TM Networks, also became one of the most famous anime endings in the 80s. So that's it for this episode of Manga with Josh. And like I said, I'm here to bring you stuff that you probably haven't heard about, but you should hear about, because everything here is a banger. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.